Hello everyone, it is a awesome sunny Saturday. It's still February, which is surprising. Ground is now drying. The forklift has paused the all-wheel drive and it was slipping a little bit because of all the rain, but it's amazing out here. I mean, I'm in my t-shirt and I'm hot. So got a lot of cleanup doing down here at the bottom of the mountain at the depot. The fortress is all the way at the top, so we have to move a bunch of stuff in the yard. All the vehicles got to get out of my area here. There's Les over there, he's helping. Tons of help there. Yo, anyway, so we got to clear this out, and this part of the property has got to go down 88 inches. Because from all the way down there to here, it's 88 inches difference, and I want it level. When you're trying to work on stuff, having the angle I have on here, things roll. I don't want it. Plus, I'm going to expand it. So we've got these trucks to move out of the way. All these deuce and a halves. The two in the corner, we just quickly hooked them up and towed them out last weekend. This one is definitely not going to be running. This one looks like it's all ready to go. We just need to put some batteries in it, and we'll see if we can get it started, because a lot of these vehicles haven't run for probably 20 to 40 years. But a lot of them, especially the green ones, the military had them just in a lot for years. I remember seeing them for years and years and years not moving. And then they got shifted to the state, and then I kept watching them, and then eventually the state sold them. So that's where I got them. So today we're gonna see if we can, how many we can get running. We're gonna start with this one right here. Now, I've already been looking at it a little bit just to see if it was a viable candidate to go. There's one of the big things I always do is there's a shut off to shut the engine off. And when they've been sitting a while, these things like to stick. So I had to lubricate it up and work the cable and lubricate the cable. So I've got that. And then, as always, sitting forever. I'm gonna need some brake fluid in it. It's got good diesel fuel in it, but for some strange reason, they've got, we got right here, a weird sort of battery bank, which it's usually on the other side, and I don't know really why that's there, unless they were using that for something else, because this should be the battery bank over here, but there is air things there. Well, this was definitely a different deuce and a half. Not exactly sure what the deal is, so we're gonna grab some batteries, put them in, and see if we can get this thing to run. So can we get this one to run? Do we have a number on this one? This one does not have a number on it. Well, E48 on the bumper. So let's see if we can get E48 to run. The hardest thing with putting fluid in is when they have these breather lines on the top. There's not much space in there to get a wrench. So I've got to carefully, just with a wrench, slowly turn it and get it off. Then if the top cap isn't frozen, you got to get in there, and there's not much space with a crescent wrench, and then break it free. So I got to work on that, and we'll see what we can get. All right, I've got some batteries in. So what do you think, Les? Do you think this thing will start if we try it?
Eventually.
Eventually. Because I've never started this one. This one I just towed in. So let's see if we can even push a button and see if it'll crank over. So we're gonna flick the little switch on. Whoa, we got it. All right, we might need a little bit of ether. So let's, where's my, there it is. So tell you what, I'll have you push the button in there, Les. Hop in there and you try to start it. It's all right. Okay, I'll show you. Get up in the seat. Okay, It's on, and then you push this button, and then the gas pedal's sticky, so you may have to pull it back up or it'll run away. Let me put some lubrication on it. Let me come back over here, lift it up. Flick it off for a second here. It's pretty loud. I was just looking, it didn't seem like there's a return spring. Oh, is it going back now, or are you pushing it back?
I'm pulling it.
And you let go and it goes back?
No.
Oh, so you have to pull it back up. Yep. Yeah, because I don't see a return spring on it. It's missing on this one. Let me go find a return spring. I took this spring off one of the other trucks that I'm not going to be moving for a while. And I'm going to put it in. It goes in between there and here. And I know that, oh, right, it hooks in right there and right there. So that's what pulls the brake pedal back up. Spring seems a little, not very strong. The military ended up sometimes doubling the springs up to do this. So hopefully this spring will work. Because it's a pain to have to go and reach down and pull the fuel pedal back. So I'm just making sure that we got the engine stop, which is there. You got the throttle that's working. I put silicone brake fluid in. I don't seem to be getting much braking power yet, but when we get some air pressure, the air over hydraulic canister will might actually start working. I'm not sure. Might have to put some more silicone brake fluid in. And we got fuel, tank looks clean, we got battery. So hopefully this thing will prime up and it'll fire. So let me put the spring in and we're gonna try starting it again. All right, we're gonna start it up. Okay, hit it, Les. Idling. One thing I forgot to check was the coolant. So we're gonna shut it off, and it shuts off. We're gonna check the coolant.
Pretty good.
That's awesome, man. I almost had no ether coming in, Les. When I was spraying it, there was like almost nothing coming out of that can.
Sitting here for 12 years.
No, well, yeah, it's been here
2012.
And it was sitting out in the state yard for years too.
Longer,
so
15 years.
Well, these might have been, the white ones might have been running sooner than the green ones, because the green ones were out at the Tooele range, at the Tooele Army Depot for a lot of years out in the yard. So all right, well, we're gonna check the coolant real quick and then see if this thing will move. Well, I don't have any coolant. It could use a little, but I opened the petcock at the bottom. There's some in there. I only have to move this thing about a couple 100 feet. So I'll worry about getting coolant another day and move it, since I know there's a little bit in there. So I am going to go in and start it up, and let's move this. All right, it's time to see if this thing will move. See out the window.
Keep coming. Keep coming. One more, 2 feet. About 2 feet.
Well, it looks like we got some smoke. So we're gonna find out what's going on. Well, it looks like the alternator is froze up. Ha! The alternator seized, so we were...
Oh shit.
Ah, poor little alternator. Well,
It's crackling.
yeah, I know. I don't know if that's the belt. No, it's in the alternator. Well, the belt's got chunks missing out of it.
Yeah, inside the alternator is smoking.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put the hood down. Well, that's all this truck has to do. This truck is a good solid base for getting moving again. So,
20 years probably sitting.
yeah. All right, now let's get to the next truck. All right, we got the E48 truck moved. Now we're looking at the 5. This, the only number I can see on it is a 5.5 on it. So we'll call this one number 5.5. So I guess let's check the oil. Oil good?
Oil's there.
Yeah. We got the engine stop freed. It was frozen. Pedals working. We need to check the coolant, and we'll put some brake fluid in. Now this is hard because the last one we put in had all the labels for silicon brake fluid, which they used in the modern trucks. And this one here, I don't see any silicon brake fluid stickers, and I see some .3 brake fluid. So looking at this thing is, it's also an older model frame. Since it's got the square, that's the early year model. It probably is running on regular brake fluid. So we're going to put some .3 in this one. Hopefully it didn't require silicon, but I mean, I'm just going to use what it looks like I can see in the cab. So, all right, let's grab some of that and go from there. It's a little bit of a bummer. Number 55. I can't seem to get power to the main control harness area. Somebody, when the firefighters worked on this, they added a bunch of stuff to it, And I've tried hooking some of these wires and I'm getting nowhere. I mean, this wire goes to the jumper cable box, and there should have been another ground wire I'm expecting, but I don't see it. I don't know if it's been pulled off or what. But so looks like 55 is going to be towed to its new spot.
Pretty powerful forklift.
Well, now I need to get the deuce and I have to pull it. Well, the way we have to move this truck behind me is I'm going to tow it with this deuce and a half. I have tow bars, but the issue is I'm trying to park it really close to some other trucks in the far distance there. So I need to use a chain to do it. So Les is in there, he's going to steer it. And I am going to be in this deuce and a half to pull it. Well, there we are, right behind. Everything went smooth. See, you had to use the clutch engine as a brake. Yep. A couple times. Yep. Yeah. Since we don't have brakes, we just use the engine for brake using the clutch. You only had to do it a couple times, so we're not going to be wearing out the clutch pack. All right, so let's get over and look at our last truck to move for today. Well, I figured I'd show everyone how we're moving the equipment around right now, using forklift and to move a lot of these 2.5 ton trucks. And I really like the 2.5 ton. One downside with them, no power steering. So when you're trying to turn in a small area, it's really hard. But they're easy to see out of. I mean, they're like my favorite. So, well, I'm not going to show the rest of it. Today we got to move this truck out of the way and just do some cleanup. And that'll probably be it. Until, probably got a couple more things, but we'll see what we're going to do. It's a new day, more cleanup. So I basically decided I'll end the video here. Been doing a lot of cleanup, getting stuff all ready. I got to move all this, sort through this, get rid of anything that's junk that I'm not going to use, move the stuff I'm going to keep to another part of the lot, because there's going to be a lot of stuff being done up here. So I'm just getting everything all set up. Little old forklift is working its heart away. Probably need to probably check the transmission fluid, but that's basically it, because we want to get all this stuff sorted. Stuff that's going to be fixed, sold, or whatever. I especially like that dump truck right there. Took me a while to find it, and I hadn't yet gotten able to work on it yet. But that's a deuce and a half dump truck. I got 5 ton ones, but the deuce and a half is a beautiful little truck. It'll go anywhere. So I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to let you guys go. So please subscribe if you like it, and if you like my videos and you support me, I thank you very much. You can hit notifications when you're notified, and you can subscribe when you want if you really like it. So I thank you all again, and I will see you on the next video.